Welcome to the Organic Chemistry Podcast, Dr. Brian Lloyd's Scribblecast of organic chemistry lectures and solutions to homework problems. This homework problem appears after the alkene section in the handout notes, or page 15 of the nomenclature section of the handout notes, and is a question in which you are given a structure and asked to provide both the common name and common or trivial name and an IUPAC name. And so let us begin. The first few molecules are fairly easy. The first one, CH3Cl. The common name, as we have learned to provide common names for molecules, involves with halides, naming them as alkyl halides. The alkane, a single carbon, is methane. The alkyl group for methane is methyl, so this becomes methyl chloride. The IUPAC name would be based on methane, and we'd name the substituent, and we'd have a 1-chloromethane. Since methane is the only carbon, one is not necessary, and you can say chloromethane. Chloromethane is all one word. Methyl chloride, however, are two separate words. Now, it's interesting that CH3Cl is one of those molecules that has another common name, one you've probably heard of before. This molecule is chloroform. Yes, it's the compound that you often see used in movies where someone sprinkles it on a cloth, sneaks up behind a person, and holds it over their face to render the person unconscious. Chloroform is another common name, a special common name. Methyl chloride is also acceptable as the common name. Okay, let's go on to B. B was this guy. Now the only trick with B is what a C2H5 group is. And you really should write it out. C2H5, on scrap paper I would just write it down, double check, make sure that this is a C2H5. And so the common name for B is based on the alkyl ethyl space alcohol. The IUPAC name is named longest carbon chain with highest priority group. It's 2 carbons, it's an ethane, and with alcohols you drop the E and add OL. I could put 1-ethanol, but again it doesn't matter which carbon it's on, it is 1. It's not wrong to put the 1 in, but you also can leave it out in this case. So the answer is ethanol. If you're in doubt, put the 1 in, that's fine. Let's try C. C, we have a 3-carbon chain with a bromine off of it. Three-carbon chain with bromine. The common name based on the alkyl substituent name would be N-propyl space bromide. Notice the N really starts appearing after propane and should be inserted in the common name. The IUPAC name is based on longest carbon chain, propane, and we have a bromine, and this time we have to say 1-bromopropane because there's a different position that the bromine could occupy, and that is the 2nd carbon of the chain, which would make 2-bromopropane. And since there's another possibility, the designation 1 is required. Let's try D. Again, this is written straight across. I on scrap paper would write it out as it should show the bond to bromine. Give me a better idea of what I'm working with. So here we are. I'm working with this molecule. The common name is based on the propane. When you pull the H off the middle carbon and you get the isopropyl group, this is isopropyl bromide. Longest carbon chain is 3. A 3-carbon alkane's propane, and carbons off the second, bromines off the second carbon. This is a 2-bromo propane. Let's try E. E has 4 carbons in a straight chain. With an OH. The common name will be named as an alkyl alcohol. This is an N-butyl group, N standing for normal, straight chain, N-butyl alcohol. The IUPAC will be the longest carbon chain, butane, drop the E at OL, and this will be a butan. We've got to put the position in, butan 1-ol. You will be allowed to say 1-butanol if you prefer. That will be accepted. But this is the preferred proper IUPAC designation. F, you were given a CH3, CH, bracket OH, CH2, CH3. Again, I would write this out on scrap paper just so I can easily see the structure. The OH is clearly attached to this carbon. Must be attached to make sure every carbon has 4 bonds to it. The common name is based on the alkyl group, a straight butane, but we pulled the hydrogen off a secondary carbon. This is a sec-butyl. There's a hyphen between sec and butyl. And it is an alcohol. Sec-butyl alcohol. The IUPAC name is based on butane, the 4 carbons. 4-carbon chain is a butane. Drop the E at OL. We have a butanol, and this time the OH is off carbon 2, so this is butan 2-ol. Let's go with G. Structure G looks like this. The common name named as an alkyl alcohol. This alkyl group's derived from isobutane. Pulling off an H, sticking on an OH makes an isobutyl group. Isobutyl alcohol. The IUPAC name is the longest carbon chain with the highest priority group on. 1, 2, 3. This is a propane with an alcohol. Drop the E at OL. It's a propan 1-ol, and at the second carbon we have a methyl. This is a 2-methyl propan 1-ol. H, H is written as CH3 bracket 3 times COH. Always good to write this out again. Always good to see the bond so you can be sure what you're working with. The common name is written as an alkyl alcohol. Isobutane, pulling off the tertiary hydrogen and sticking OH on gives us a tert butyl group. A tert butyl group. This is tert butyl alcohol. The IUPAC name is longest carbon chain is 1, 2, 3. This is a propane. Alcohol's off the second carbon, so it's propan 2-ol. This is a 2-methyl propan propan 2-ol. I is a longer carbon chain. We have a CH3 bracket twice. And then we have a CH followed by 2 CH2s. CH2, CH2, OH. What we have here named as an alcohol, I'm going to draw it out in rough so I can see it easily. I'm looking for a common name. If I draw it this way, I see that I have a long chain, and second carbon in from that chain is a single methyl group. So I can count up all the carbons, there's 5 of them, and this will be an isopentane derivative. This is an isopentyl alcohol. Isopentyl alcohol. The IUPAC name, you must find the longest carbon chain with the highest priority group on it. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. I have to give the lowest number to the high priority group. That's a 1-ol, making the methyl at 3. This becomes a 3-methyl with 4 carbons. It's a butane, a butan, a butan 2-ol. J. In J we have CH3, CH3 bracket CH2 3 times, and then we have a CH2OH. Now if you get something like this, draw it out on scrap paper. It's always worth doing. The CH2s are linear. To make sure you have 4 bonds to every atom, the CH2s must be attached to each other. So this is a 5-carbon straight chain with an alcohol. And because of that, it is derived from pentane, and the common name will be N-pentyl alcohol. The IUPAC name will be pentan 1-ol. Pentan 1-ol. K, only 2 more to go. K is written as CH3 bracket 3 times a CH2OH. Always worth drawing something like this out. The 3 methyls in brackets means 3 CH3 groups bound to that carbon. This is what this molecule means. Common name, I recognize this as my neopentyl group. Neopentyl alcohol. So a neopentyl alcohol. And the IUPAC name, longest carbon chain, is 3 carbons. And so this is a propan 1-ol with 2 methyls off the second carbon. It's a 2,2-dimethyl propan 1-ol. So it's a 2,2-dimethyl propan 1-ol. And last but not least, L. L is given to you. Again, we have this long carbon chain, and there's 1 methyl off of the second carbon in, so this is derived from the isopentane, but we pulled the H off the tertiary carbon of isopentane, stuck the OH on. So the common name will be based on tert-pentyl, and that's tert-pentyl alcohol. The IUPAC name, longest carbon chain with the alcohol group on, is 4 carbons long. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a butane with alcohol off the second carbon. It's a butan 2-ol. We have a 2-methyl butan 2-ol. And that's an A. Okay, and there you have it. Both the common or trivial name and IUPAC name for a series of organic compounds. Thank you very much.